Hari Om. My name is Shobhit Raj, and today I wanted to share a perspective on something which is very interesting and also controversial. The question and the conflict that a lot of yoga teachers go through is, should yoga be taught for free? I personally believe that yoga should not be taught for free because whenever we share something, especially knowledge, when we share it for free, it is usually taken for granted. And you can look at this in your own experience. We all consume information in the form of articles, books, videos, podcasts, and that's free. And the question to ask ourselves is, how much of the information do we really integrate and apply in our daily lives? Compare this to a paid offering, perhaps a course or a workshop or a class that you attended. There's more chances of being on time, there's more chances of applying what we learn, because whenever we have an investment, apart from time and energy, when we have the investment of money, we are more likely to implement it. We are more likely to have increased motivation. And this is a universal concept. This is consumer psychology. So for that reason, I think yoga should not be taught for free. Now there's an exception here. If your student can't afford it, then we should definitely welcome them into a class for a discounted rate or even free if they can't afford it. At the same time, we should balance our work with some form of charity. This means helping the underprivileged by sharing yoga with them. And when we do it, ideally every class should be a form of karma yoga, an act of service. But when we remove the component of money, all expectations take a back seat. And this is where real karma yoga happens, where there's no expectation from the outcome. And we're grateful for everything. So to all the yoga teachers out there, please charge and please price as per what you feel is right. How much to price, that is very subjective. Depends on how much of effort you have put in, how many students are attending your class, whether it is offline or online experience. But please charge, because the offering won't be taken for granted. And just let go of the guilt of charging, because we have to be practical and understand that there is a business side of yoga, and to thrive and sustain, especially if we are householders and have to take care of families and feed our stomachs and live in a basic minimum level of comfort, it is important that we charge and price every offering. And to all the yoga practitioners and students, I encourage you all to donate to your teachers. If you've had teachers who have made a significant impact on your journey, perhaps the connection is not there with them anymore and you have moved on to being more independent, which is the aim of any teaching. But if you have found any benefit, then it's good to donate some to your teacher or the source. And yoga teachers, if you have enough, donate some of your money to charity, donate to the underprivileged, help the needy, because the more we give, the more we receive. And let's start looking at yoga beyond the ideals of asteya and aparigraha, which is non-stealing and non-hoarding. We should certainly aim for enough. So that means not being greedy about having more students and more money, but enough so that we can sustain. Because to give, we have to feel resourceful ourselves. And money is a form of energy, and we should feel resourceful with that as well. I have seen many yoga teachers who have had to let go of their teaching gigs, who have had to dig into savings. And that's only because we are conflicted between the philosophical and business side of yoga. But if we see both of these components as one, and that yoga happens in both, then we can make peace with the fact that we have to earn a living through what we share. And also it's fair because we put in hours and weeks and years of effort behind offering that 1 hour class. Every yoga teacher has their own discipline routine, and what you're seeing is a result of that. So being grateful for the experience that you're having as a yoga student, and teachers being grateful for the income and the appreciation from students, that keeps the whole process sustainable. So to summarize, yoga should not be taught for free except when we really need to. I wish you all a peaceful day ahead. Do let me know your comments, questions if you have any. Thank you. Hari Om Tat Sat.